Quick update, I'm still alive, thank God. So what happened? Honest update. I got these two free clients. I built two free websites and I got ghosted in the end. I'm very sure about myself and confident about myself that I delivered a good product. I got few learnings from that, which I want to share with you because I was talking with someone who has a lot more knowledge about these topics, about sales, about AI, about starting this whole business. And he told me actually, as I told him, like, oh yeah, I sent the client the preview from the website through a link, through email and WhatsApp. He was already shaking his head. He was like, oh no, it can be that you never get an answer now, Elisa. And I was like, what? They said, like, I can send it over. And he said, like, yeah, but when you don't have them in a call, it can be that you will never hear from them again. You need really the commitment. You need like a personal relationship kind of, which I didn't have, obviously, right? So I just called them. I'm like for them a super random person. Probably they get like, I don't know how many calls per day or per week. For both of them, a website was not a priority. So for both of them, was it more like, oh yeah, you can build a website, but honestly, I don't really need it. So it's also nothing urgent for them or nothing with a priority or where they feel like it has a lot of value, even if it has a lot of value, I believe, but they don't see the value, right? It's actually my responsibility as a salesperson in the end to show them the value, right? Which I didn't do, honestly, in the calls. I take accountability for that. So I made like, I think a lot of beginner mistakes. I was watching some sales videos afterwards, and I just realized that most people just ask a lot of questions to find the bottleneck in a system in a company to give like the most value, which I didn't do, right? I just called them and said like, hey, I just want to give you like a free website. And they have been like, yeah, whatever, just send it over. But yeah, in daily business, I don't have a priority, right? And I get that. I understand that they don't know me. They have no personal connection. We never had a face-to-face call. They never saw me in person. Honestly, I believe therefore a personal, like a Zoom call or whatever, is very important. I'm taking full accountability for my mistakes. I think I was not showing properly the value. I was also not insisting on a face-to-face call to build trust so that people can feel you and they have like a base of commitment. Let's say it's very easy to ignore someone when you don't have a connection with the person, right? So yeah, I think this was a learning, and honestly I felt very discouraged after that. No, it's part of the process. I don't want to complain. I just want to share my thoughts, right? And of course it felt like, oh wow, I'm like spending hours in some work, do something for free. I tried to think to make it cool for them and I send it over and I get zero money and in the end zero feedback. As I said before, even the guy I was talking to with the knowledge, he said like, oh yeah, probably you will get ghosted, so you should make it different. You should really get them into a call, Elisa. So that's what I try to do now. I will focus on a call. I'm not giving up yet. I just wanted to make a short update that I'm still living, I'm still working and still growing. So yeah, maybe it was helpful for you. I just learned from this beginner mistakes and it's part of the journey, right? Little fun fact, actually. 2022, I had my first little job as a copywriter. Actually, I got like 40 euro. 40 euro for like some newsletters. And I felt like the champion. I was like, oh my God, I made 40 euro with my work. So yeah, I know the beginnings are small. I know it's part of the process, and I know that um it will only work out in the end if you're not giving up. I will continue working now. It's almost 10 p.m. That's my current life right now. Living the high life. Even like a friend of mine, she also asked me now, like, oh, Lisa, do you want to go out this weekend? Blah, blah, blah. We can go here and there. And maybe London is not a cheap city. London is expensive. You go out and you pay like 100, 200 pounds if you really want to go out and drink and have food, etc. And I said, like, nah, I can't. Like, first of all, I have my goals. I have work to do. And second, I don't really want to spend the money right now on these things. So I rather take the 100, 200 pounds and just invest it in something like a stocks or ETF or whatever, right? I will be productive now and see you the next time.